Amigos del Círculo de Grandes Ligas, un tremendo honor en esta entrega súper especial. Nos acompaña una leyenda del baloncesto a nivel mundial y entonces ahora en un rol como uno de los principales accionistas y la cara de los Dodgers de Los Ángeles, el señor Earvin Magic Yancen. Mr. Yancen, welcome to the Dominican Republic. It's a tremendous honor.
Thank you for having me.
No, the honor is totally us. After the interview, we can share a little bit. And obviously, I'm, like many people want to know, why in baseball now?
I know.
Why Magic Johnson is in baseball?
Well, I used to own part owner of the Lakers, and after playing with the organization for 13 years and being a part of it for a while, almost 30 years, I didn't know that I would be a Dodger owner. When Frank McCourt put this team up for sale, I partnered with the Guggenheim Group, Mark Walters and all the guys at Guggenheim, and we said, wow, we got to own the Dodgers. I've always been a big baseball fan my whole life. I know the game, and I grew up in Detroit and in Michigan, so I cheered for the Tigers. And so when the Dodgers came up for sale, I said, let's make a run for it, and we won. And every day I pinched myself coming to the ballpark, knowing that Jackie Robinson was really the first African-American to play in Major League Baseball, and for me to have a chance to come behind him, and he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and now I can be an owner of the LA Dodgers. I think it says a lot. It says a lot for the league. It says a lot for the Dodger organization, and then we have a really good team. I mean, we're really happy about where the team is right now. And so we just hope that we can win a World Series one day.
Yeah, you were a winner with the Lakers. And you're a competitive person. That's your nature, right?
Yes,
to be competitive.
yes, I'm very competitive. We had a chance to win 5 NBA championships with the Lakers. Went to the finals 9 times in 12 years. I won a college championship. I won a high school championship. So I'm a guy who used to win and knows how to win and wants to win in the worst way. And so that's what we're trying to instill in these young Dodgers that we have. It's all about winning and trusting each other, believing in each other, and everybody playing their role on the team. Whatever that is, you have to play your role and also be a team player.
Going back to the 70s, did you follow the Tigers that much? I mean,
yeah,
you know baseball, you played?
Yeah. I only played a little bit, but I followed, all the way from Mickey Lolich to Jim Northrup to Cash. We had Willie Horton, Willie Brown. I mean, we had these unbelievable, Bill Freehand. So we had great baseball players, and the tradition has been wonderful with the Tigers. And so I followed them closely, and we ended up winning the World Series. And so I'm so happy that I'm able to now, again, be an owner of the Dodgers, because the Dodger brand, between the Yankees and the Dodgers, those are the big 2 brands in Major League Baseball that everybody knows around the world.
And there is something important from the Dodgers. They were the first team with an academy in the Dominican Republic, and they have a lot of fans in there. It's, when we say Dodgers, we think right away in terms of, like, we think of Manny Mota.
Yep.
We think of many great players from the Dodgers that have been in the Dominican Republic, and we had their Raul Hershichers, all that, and now the young guys that they have there, and they're the face. They were one time Dominican players, the face of the Dodgers. They're now, and in the roots they have, and they're very strong, and also in the community, which is something you love to do.
Yeah, because that's important. Manny, first of all, paved the way for a lot of the young players to come behind him, open the doors, and he's such a great personality and also an outstanding teacher of the game of baseball. And he works with all our young guys, and so it's a pleasure to work with Manny and work side by side with him. And then when you think about, baseball is a game that has gone global. So you think about the Dominican Republic, you think about Venezuela, you think about Cuba now, I mean, on and on and on. All these great places are producing great players. And so I believe in really touching the community, giving back to the community, because those who have been blessed should help those who are less fortunate than themselves. And I encourage our players to do it. I do it every single day. We have 160 students on scholarship people of color. So I try to make sure that they have the grades but may not have the financial means. So I want to make sure that I give them a chance to go on and further their education so that they can take care of themselves and their families. That's very important. And the Dodgers believe in giving back to all communities across the world. And we've been able to do that as an organization, and probably one of the best at it as well.
When you were watching the game, all Dodger blue.
Yes.
How much you contain yourself, probably from from the emotion.
I know. You know what's crazy? I go crazy because as a NBA player and as the point guard, I had a chance to really have a hand in what the outcome of the game is going to be, right? Yeah. And so, you know, I controlled the whole situation. Well, now as an owner, as a Dodger owner, I go crazy because you can't get in there and hit a baseball or pitch. You can't do anything, but you have to sit down and just cheer. And that's frustrating for me. But you know what? I love the team so much. We've grown so much. We have some outstanding players. You know, Puig has really just blossomed, matured this season. Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher, and I think really should win Cy Young and MVP. And then, you know, we got Juan is really our leader. He's the glue to the team. Adrian Gonzalez has had an amazing season, consistent the whole time from the start to the finish. Led the league in RBIs, and so we, you know, I can keep going. It's just so many guys have just Carl Crawford's come back strong. Matt Kemp has had a really, cause on fire. He can really hit that baseball. So we have so many guys that we're really happy about now. Okay, it's time to prove it in the playoffs. So and also hats off to D. Gordon because he really improved his game as well.
You can see it and be a caller in the baseball game. Oh my, talking the intangibles of the game. And you mentioned Juan Uribe. He's got 2 rings.
Yes.
And as a former athlete on a high level, you know that's much important when a player knows how to win.
Yes. See, Juan is, he gives us 2 things. He's a father figure, so everybody respects him. Everybody on the team respects him. Then you throw in those 2 rings, and then the thing about him is you can't get no ball past him. He's probably the best. I hope he wins the Golden Glove again, you know, because this guy is the glue to our team. You know, he is the one guy who sets the tone, and he makes sure everybody is ready to play. And he leads by example. That's what I love about him. And so I know when that big smile comes, he's ready to go. And we lost him for a minute due to injury, but he's come back strong, hitting around 300. And but he provides something that you can't really see with the naked eye. When you got a leader like him, and he's focused, he makes everybody else focus. And then when they come in and sit on the bench, the first one comes up to him, and one of them is Juan. And so, great leader. I wish that he could play forever because we need him in the locker room as well as out on the field.
We'll go to our first break. We'll come back right away. Continuamos en Círculo de Grandes Ligas desde Los Ángeles, en el Dodger Stadium con la leyenda, Irving Magic Yancen. Mr. Yancen, I can't let you go without talking about basketball.
Yes.
There's a lot of things about that. But you know, there are important things that there's a real message from the kids that are right now on TV. And they're watching it right now, 5 championships with the Lakers, as many awards as you can consider, and all that, but you once were a kid in Yancen.
That's right.
And I read that you helped your father when he was working and a couple duties a day, as well as your mother.
Yep.
And then I guess it's important that people in the Dominican Republic, they can see you talking about that because you're a legend now. Sure you are, but
Thank you.
it's just one step at a time.
Yes.
And for you, it was no problem helping your dad, even though there were many kids over there teaching him.
That's right. Well, you know, you make an excellent point because my father had to work 2 jobs 6 sisters and 3 brothers, 10 kids. You can't just live
Irving
off
Senior,
of one.
right?
Irving Senior, my father, right. And so he had a trash hauling service. We would go and pick up people's trash from their home. And so every summer, every day, I would be on that trash truck with my father and, helping him out. And then in the wintertime, every Saturday, I would be on. I had to go to school. But it gave me the work ethic that I needed as a young boy. It taught me how to be strong and have a will to go out here, not only work with my dad, get good grades in school, and still practice basketball all at the same time. And so I owe my dad a lot. And it gave us time also to be together as father and son. And so my dad is my hero. I love him. He really, if it wasn't for my father, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I couldn't have been the basketball player that I was. And I definitely couldn't own the Dodgers like I do today. So my father really was the guy who I looked up to and wanted to always emulate and be like.
And for you, and during your career, there was another episode as you wanted to go to a school,
Yep.
but you went to another one.
Yes.
But you say that it helped you.
Mm-hmm.
It built a little more in your character.
Right.
Why was that?
Well, the local school was all African Americans, and busing had just come in, and so they bused me across town to an all-white school. And
We're talking the 70s.
yeah, you're talking, yes,
It was a
racial
hot
tension.
topic.
That's right. And so we didn't want to be there. They didn't want us there. So about a couple weeks of fighting, the first couple weeks, and the principal came to me and said, about the 3rd week, he said, "Irvin, I need you to stop the blacks from fighting. I'm gonna get another guy to help stop the whites from fighting, a football player."
You were throwing punches?
Yeah, well, I was trying to survive and also make sure my friends didn't get hurt, And so I talked to all the black students and told them, "Look, man, we gotta be here. Nothing we can do. So let's just learn to live with them, and hopefully they're gonna learn to live with us." And sure enough, it happened. But the thing that changed everything, and I became a leader that day. I didn't know anything about leading in terms of, on the basketball court, yes, I know, but in life, a leader of men and of women. Basketball season started. What happened? All the black and white students were together. We were winning, so everything, all the racial tension went away, and I ended up growing as a young man, learning how to work with other people outside my race. I got a great education being at that school. And so I'm glad that situation happened because it taught me a lot. And I'm a better man and a better person because of that situation today. And I'm able to also educate my kids about that today as well, to help them understand there's going to be problems, but you got to learn how to work them out. You got to find the solutions to those problems. So it's great.
Did you have to repeat that episode in life? Not avoiding fighting, but you're putting people together.
Yeah, well, that's who I am. I'm the guy who puts everybody together. I love that role. It's a role that I'm very comfortable in. I think from sports and now as an entrepreneur and a business owner, you have to do that. You have to be like that. So, and that's my personality. I learned that from my mom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She was the spark person?
Yes, she was a person who loved everybody, learned to take care of everybody, and so she instilled that in me as well.
You're a speaker. You like to do that. You go like audience
Mm-hmm.
and all that.
Yes.
Which one is harder? Handle the basketball at NBA level or sharing your experience or motivating people?
No, handling that basketball, that's easy.
Is it?
Easy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because as a kid I grew up, when I was 3 or 4 years old, that basketball was in my hand and it's been in my hand forever. So I can do that. I know how to do that. even with my eyes closed. Even today at 55, I can go out there and know how to handle a basketball, know how to play the game of basketball. But business and going out speaking, I had to learn how to do that. And I'm very comfortable at it today, but it took a while, you know. And so, again, you had to work at it. And I'm a perfectionist. I want to be the best at whatever I'm doing. And so, but I put the time in, and I'm happy that I'm able to, that people want to hear my story on how I went from the basketball court to the boardroom, and now I'm the CEO of my company.
You travel a lot in the whole world. What is the best that you can take from those experiences? I mean, they can share with us. Just like touching people.
Yeah, I think that's it. Touching people, and seeing different societies, seeing different places, and what's important to those people who live there. I like the history, so I like to go out and see the sites. And my wife and I love to go and travel and see all the sites. We love to see churches, and we love to see downtowns and the different, or whatever historical place they have in those countries or islands. We want to go be a part of that, and that's important to me, because you learn so much when you go and visit another country.
As a father, how do you consider yourself? Are you a disciplinarian? Is that smile that was watched right there? Or there's a time when you say, hey?
Yeah, I am, as a dad, I'm a tough father, but also fair. And I understand it's a new world. And so I want my kids, I want to instill the values that I have in them, as well as my wife. And we want to make sure that, okay, hey, you have some freedom, but there's a point. So I'm a tough father. I stress education, because I believe in all people of color. You've got to have a good education. You've got to have a good foundation. And if you do that, then you can be able to do anything in life you want to do. And so that's important.
Your kids you think they follow you well?
Yeah, yeah. And my kids now, 32, Andre, my son EJ is 22, and then Elisa, she's 19. So all of them are in, the two youngest one are in college. And I have two grandchildren now, and so that's beautiful as well.
One thing that comes to my mind now, and how you see the Lakers are.
Okay.
Which hands are the Lakers?
Yeah, I think, first of all, the Lakers, I love the Lakers. And I want the Lakers to do so well, right? Kobe Bryant is the key to the Lakers, because if he's healthy and he can play to the standard that we used to seeing Kobe play at a high level, then I think the Lakers are going to have a good season, because I think Carlos Boozer will add a lot inside. Julius Randle, the rookie, is very talented. Jeremy Lin, picking him up was important. Have another point guard in case Steve Nash cannot play. So I think with the Lakers, the talent is there, and now we have a solid coach. Byron Scott, my former teammate, with stress defense, stress rebounding, and also have them playing as a unit, as a team. So, but the West is tough. You got some great, San Antonio, the world champions, are back. They're strong again. OKC, Oklahoma, with Kevin Durant and Westbrook, they're going to be strong. The Clippers are going to be strong. So the West is tough. Portland, Houston, Dallas, they're all going to be very good. And Memphis. So the Lakers have their work cut out, but I think we got a shot.
Finally, if you see God, what would you tell him one day?
If I ever saw God, I would just say thank you. I would thank him for all the blessings. Here's a poor kid from Lansing, Michigan. Sometimes I didn't have food to eat, He took me and allowed me to play the game that I love, basketball. Be a champion, get paid to play the game that I love. Then he blessed me to have another life, to reinvent myself, and to go on and be the owner of the Dodgers, own other businesses. Who had ever thought that Irvin Johnson could do the things that he's been able to do? And it's all because of God. And then 23 years ago, when I announced HIV, he blessed me to be here 23 years. He said, I'm going to keep my hand on you, and I'm not going to let you go anywhere, right? So I probably would start crying and say, just thank you, and whatever he wants me to do next, that's what I'll do, you know. And so I want everybody out there in Dominican Republic to realize this. I'm just like you, grew up poor, but I didn't have poor dreams. So it's all about your dreams. And then it's all about your strategy. What do you want to do in life? How do you want to accomplish it? Come up with a way that you can do it and go for it. The position that I'm in today, I mean, very few men get to be in, but it's all because I've been blessed. I outwork people. I'm a hard worker. And I just want to bless my community at the same time. Thank you.
No, sir, my pleasure. Thanks you for those minutes, of quality minutes for the Dominican Republic, kids, sir. And then just let's hope the Dodgers can win.
Thank you.
And let's push the Lakers.
That's right.
A couple of years coming soon.
And don't tell Manny I love him, okay? Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
I won't tell him.
Okay.
Can you say adios?
Adios, everybody. God bless.